Mama kept a willow basket by the weather back steps there, filled with garden beans and tomatoes wrapped with care. Every Saturday we'd load it just before the morning sun, then drive into the little town before the day begun. Old Mr. Harris tipped his hat as we pulled into the square. Children chased each other laughing through the warm July air. Mama never charged Miss Rose, who couldn't always pay. She'd simply smile and whisper, kindness finds its way. Looking back, I understand what I couldn't see. She was planning something greater than vegetables and peas. That willow basket by the back steps carried more than garden greens. It carried love from heart to heart in simple country scenes. That willow basket by the back steps still feeds my memories. I found it in the smokehouse when we cleaned the place last spring. Its handle worn and weathered by 1,000 little things. I brushed away the dust and saw her initials carved inside, just beneath a tiny heart she never tried to hide. Now every harvest season, when the tomatoes ripen red, I fill that same old basket, just like Mama always said. A loaf of bread, some peaches, jars of blackberry preserve, for neighbors who've been fighting days no family should deserve. Some inherit acres wide, some inherit land. I inherited a basket and Mama's giving hands. That willow basket by the back steps carried more than garden greens. It carried love from heart to heart in simple country scenes. That willow basket by the back steps still feeds my memories. My little girl asked quietly, why don't we keep it all? I smiled and pointed toward the fields beyond the old stone wall. Because the richest harvest grows when somebody else can eat. That's the way your grandma measured every growing season's yield. that willow basket by the back steps still walks these country roads, passing hope from hand to hand in every humble load. That willow basket by the back steps will never wear away as long as one more neighbor smiles. It lives another day, and tomorrow morning I'll carry it again. Do you remember who carried the willow basket every Saturday morning? Mama kept a willow basket by the weather back steps there, filled with garden beans and tomatoes wrapped with care. Every Saturday we'd load it just before the morning sun, then drive into the little town before the day begun. Old Mr. Harris tipped his hat as we pulled into the square. Children chased each other. Why does the wind remember names we almost forgot? Monday morning broke so softly over fields of fresh cut hay. Her blue scarf danced upon the line like every washing day. She laughed beneath the maple tree with clothespins in her hand, while I pretended fixing fences just to watch her stand. She'd wave before I drove to town with coffee in a cup, never knowing little moments would someday mean so much. Life don't tell you when it's making the memories you miss. It hides forever in the ordinary, simple days like this. Her scarf on the clothesline still dances in my mind, like the wind refused to carry every trace of her away. Her scarf on the clothesline still catches morning light and wraps this old heart gently every time the breeze goes by. The farmhouse has grown quieter since she said goodbye. The roses climb the front porch beneath the summer sky. I still hang out the washing, though it's only mine these days, just hoping for one heartbeat to drift back on the breeze. Some evenings I can almost hear her humming through the pines, like the whole wide countryside still keeps her close to mine. Love don't leave with autumn or disappear with rain. It settles in familiar places, calling us again. Her scarf on the clothesline still dances in my mind, like the wind refused to carry every trace of her away. at your grandma's. She wore it every spring. She smiled into the mirror like she'd heard an angel sing. Her scarf on the clothesline now lives another day, passing warmth from generation in a quiet, gentle way. Her scarf on the clothesline will never fade from view, for every breeze that finds this farm still brings me back to you. The wind folded her scarf, but never her memory.
Who left that old milk can by the fence all these years? Every dawn we'd load the wagon, headed down the winding lane, Mama humming old church hymns, Daddy calling out my name. Morning comes and seasons go, but some things never leave. That old milk can by the fence still holds yesterday somehow. I can almost hear them laughing if I close my eyes right now. The barn is quiet these days, the pasture's growing wild. Still I see my younger footsteps running there as just a child. Home isn't made of timber. Home is who we love. That old milk can by the fence keeps the best of yesterday. Though the years keep rolling onward, love has never gone away. It's still waiting there for me. Still lights a candle when the winter winds arrive. Mama placed it by the window every Christmas Eve. Snow would cover every fence, every cedar tree. Neighbors passing down the road would always wave hello, following that little light through the falling snow. She said every flame was hope for someone heading home. One small candle in December, shining soft
night. Hearts grow warmer when they gather round a simple little light. Now the house belongs to me, but nothing feels brand new. I still set that candle where she always used to. Children laugh around the table just like years before. Love keeps finding its way back through the old front door. Some traditions never age, they only learn new names. One small candle in December still shines bright for those we love. Home is more than walls and windows. It's the light we're dreaming of. The flame still waits for Christmas.
Do you still remember that old county road? The sun was low behind the hill, the fields were turning gold. You smiled beside my old pickup like we'd never grow old. The radio played soft and slow, the whole world felt just right. Love was riding home with us on that summer night. Years may come, years may go, but one old road still leads my soul. The dust never left my boots, your love never left my heart. Every mile still calls my name, like we were never far. The dust never left my boots, no matter where I've been. Every road keeps leading me back home again. The fence is worn, the paint has faded, the old barn leans with time, but every board still holds the sound of your hand holding mine. The evening breeze still knows our song, it softly sings along. Time rolls on like rivers do, but every sunset brings back you. The dust never left my boots, your love never left my heart. Every mile still calls my name, like we were never far. The dust never left my boots, no matter where I've been. Every road keeps leading me back home again. If I could drive
my hat and softly say, I never really went away. The dust never left my boots. Your love still lights the way. Every road ends back at home at the close of day. The dust never left my boots. That's all I ever need. Home is where your memory still walks with me. Some roads never really end.
Have you walked that pasture road where the tall green clover grows? Morning sun on painted white, everything just felt so right. One old gate and one dirt trail, a rusty bucket, weathered pail, simple dreams beneath the sky, watching lazy clouds drift by. Every breeze calls my name. Nothing here has really changed. Beyond the white barn fence, that's where love still lives. That's where all my yesterdays still have so much to give. Bluebirds singing in the pines, bringing back those better times. Every field and every tree still remember you and me. Though the world keeps moving fast, some old places always last. I don't need much more to see. Home is all I'll ever need. One old road, one old prayer, my whole heart still lives there. Beyond the white barn fence, that's where love still lives. That's where all my yesterdays still have so much to give. If the good Lord calls someday, don't let sorrow lead the way. Meet me where the sunset falls, beyond those old white walls. Beyond the white barn fence, love will never end. I'll be waiting patiently where home begins again. Beyond the white barn fence, I'm home. was standing by the woodpile, watching the fireflies make their sparks. The moon hung low on cedar trees, the air smelled wet with pine, and every porch on Mill Creek Road lit up at 9:30. Daddy came home early with his lunch pail in his hand, sawdust on his work shirt, red clay on his pants. He set his boots beside the stove and never said a word, till the whistle from the sawmill gave the saddest sound we'd heard. Mama stopped her sewing, and the old clock seemed to wait. A freight train crossed the river, shaking dishes on their plates. Daddy stared toward Harper Hill, where the chimney met the sky. Then he whispered, "Son, they closed her down the night the whistle cried." That mill had fed our little town since 1929, and every man along our road had given it his time. The night the sawmill whistle cried, every light burned bright on the mountainside. We lost more than work when that old mill died. The night the sawmill whistle cried. By Monday, men were gathered near the feed store painted white, trading quiet words beneath the weak November light. Mr. Harris sold his pickup, the bakers moved away, and the diner closed its back room where the night shift workers ate. Daddy took a job 3 counties west, repairing railroad ties. He left before the rooster called and came home after 5. His hands grew rougher every year, but he held his head up high, though he turned toward Harper Hill each time a night train passed us by. He said, "A town is more than smoke rising from a stack. As long as folks remember, nothing good is ever lost like that." The night the sawmill whistle cried, every light burned bright on the mountainside. We lost more than work when that old mill died. The night the sawmill whistle cried. Years later I came home to lay my father in the ground. The mill was only broken brick and weeds without a sound, but men who'd worked beside him stood beneath the winter sky, and one by one they told me how he helped them all survive. Then old Mr. Harris brought the whistle, black with rust and rain. We raised it by the courthouse where the town could hear again. At noon I pulled the weathered cord, and through the hills it rolled, like every hand that built that place was calling us back home. The old sawmill whistle cried,
when the old sawmill whistle cried. And some nights Daddy's shadow walks beneath those harbor pines.
Who left that old brown jacket on the fence post by the road? It's been there through the seasons, since the winter long ago. Every time I pass that way, a memory comes to stay. That jacket on the fence post still waves when the wind blows by. That jacket on the fence post, like a long goodbye. You wore it every Saturday, working fields from dawn till dark. Now the cotton rows are silent, but I still know where you are. Some folks leave without a sound, yet their footprints stay around. That jacket on the fence post still waves when the wind blows by. That jacket on the fence post, like a long goodbye. The colors faded years ago, but not the love I used to know. That jacket on the fence post still catches my eye today. That jacket on the fence post never blew away. The wind remembers every name. Do you remember when the apple trees still knew our names? Daddy drove the old farm truck down the roads at break of day. Mama sang beside the porch while the radio played. Golden light across the fields felt like it would never fade. Now the seasons come and go, but one thing never changed. The day the orchard went quiet, my heart stayed there somehow. Every leaf still whispers walk back that country lane, past the weathered wooden fence. Every branch held yesterday, every breeze made perfect sense. I could almost hear you laugh, like you never really left. Some roads lead you far away, some lead you back again. The day the orchard went quiet, my heart stayed there somehow. Every leaf still whispers your name, though you're not here now. Love doesn't leave with autumn or disappear with time. It lives in every sunset that still fills this heart of mine. The day the orchard went quiet, the sky still held our dreams. Every leaf still whispers your name, just like it always seems. Somewhere those old trees are waiting.
Do you remember the summer before everything began to change? The meadow stretched for miles and miles beneath the painted sky. We were young enough to believe July would never die. You wore a little cotton dress, the color of the dawn, laughing as the meadow breeze kept dancing all along. Back then tomorrow waited far beyond the hill, and every dream seemed possible when the world was still. Before the hay was cut that summer, before the leaves turned gold, we believed forever waited for two hearts to hold. Though the fields have all grown older and seasons came and went, my heart still lives in that July where our young love was spent. We sat beside the pasture gate till the evening stars appeared, talking about tomorrow without a trace of fear. The old red tractor rested near the edge of Miller's land, and every promise felt as strong
as your gentle hand in mine. Now every August sunset carries me somehow back to where forever was only here and now. Before the hay was cut that summer, before the leaves turned gold, we believed forever waited for two hearts to hold. Though the fields have all grown older and seasons came and went, my heart still lives in that July where our young love was spent. Time can fade the fences and weather every barn, but it can't erase the feeling of your hand around my arm. If memories are harvests, then I've been richly blessed. That little summer afternoon still outshines all the rest. Before the hay was cut that summer, before goodbye was known, love was growing quietly like seeds we'd never sown. When the Lord counts all my blessings, one will always stay. The summer we found forever, before the hay was cut away. Every harvest begins with a season someone wishes could last forever. Do the cornfields still turn golden every fall? Morning dew on old fence posts, bluebirds on the wire. Smoke was rising from the barn like a Sunday morning choir. Every autumn brings me back down that well-worn country track. When the cornfields turn to gold, that's when memories unfold. Every sunset, every mile brings me back to your sweet smile. County fair and Ferris wheel, two young hearts and time to steal, holding hands beneath the sky. Never dreamed we'd say goodbye. Though the harvest came and went, love is where my heart was sent. When the cornfields turn to gold, that's when memories unfold. Every sunset, every mile brings me back to your sweet smile. stories unfold. Every sunset, every mile keeps your love here by my side. When the cornfields turn to gold, I'll come home once more. The fields still know my name.
Did you ever see old boots beside a river all alone? That's where Daddy used to fish before the years had flown. Every Sunday after church, we'd walk that narrow trail, listening to the mockingbirds and stories on the rail. Now the water keeps his secrets, but I still hear his smile. Those old boots by the river bank still lead my heart back home. Some roads fade with passing years, some never let you roam. I took my little grandson there one quiet afternoon. He skipped stones across the water underneath the June. He asked me why I stopped to stare beneath the sycamore tree. I smiled and said, that's where your grandpa first believed in me. Time may carry every footprint, but love never leaves the shore. Those old boots by the river bank still lead my heart back home. As long as this old river flows, I'll never walk alone. The river still remembers. Why do those white porch curtains still dance in my dreams? Every summer evening breeze would lift them off the floor. You'd laugh before I'd reach the old screen door. Some memories don't fade, they just grow softer. The white porch curtains floating in the air, every time they caught the wind, I knew that love was there. Now the porch is
weathered. The paint has turned to gray, but I still see those curtains moving just the same. But somehow love can. The white porch curtains still wave when daylight ends, like they're waiting for tomorrow to bring you home again. The breeze still calls your name. Who sits in Grandpa's rocking chair these days, watching the sunset paint the fields in shades of amber light across the county line, just like he did almost every night. That chair still rests beside the front porch rail, facing the road that winds beyond the veil, where he would wave at every passing truck and smile like life had brought him enough. Some folks leave more than photographs behind. They leave their wisdom in our minds. Grandpa's rocking chair still sways in my memory today. Though he's gone, I still can hear his voice when I sit right here. He taught me how to mend a broken fence, how to tell when rain was coming in. He'd point toward the clouds and softly grin, like he had known the weather all along. The old radio played country every night, while fireflies danced beneath the porch light. And every story he would tell again somehow sounded better in the end. The older that I get, the more I find his lessons standing by my side. Grandpa's rocking chair still sways in my memory today. Though he's gone, I still can hear his voice when I sit right here. presence still feels near. Grandpa's rocking chair still sways beneath the evening sky, and every gentle creak it makes feels like one more goodbye. The chair keeps rocking slowly in the fading light.
Did you ever wonder why an old lunch pail can feel like family? Every morning before the daylight broke, Daddy tipped his hat and pulled on his coat. His tin lunch pail shined beneath the porch light glow, ready for another road to hoe. Mama kissed his cheek beside the screen door frame. He'd smile as if each sunrise looked the same. Down the gravel lane his footsteps slowly faded, while the mockingbirds began their serenade. I never knew those quiet moments then would become the richest days I've ever known. That tin lunch pail by the fence still reminds me what love meant. Honest hands and dreams so true. Everything I learned came from you. Every evening when the whistle called the day, dusty boots would carry him our way. I'd run to meet him halfway down the drive, like nothing else could make me feel alive. He'd lift me high despite his tired back, tell me stories while we followed the old track. The sunset wrapped the fields in shades of gold. Those were the treasures we could hold. Years can bend the strongest oak, but never break the words he spoke. That tin lunch pail by the fence still reminds me what love meant. Honest hands and dreams so true. Everything I learned came from you. Now my own hair carries winter's silver snow, and little hands reach for mine wherever I go. I tell them wealth is measured differently by the hearts you feed and the lives you keep. That tin lunch pail by the fence still stands taller than regret, though the years have rolled away. Its lesson never fades. That tin lunch pail by the fence still brings me home again. Somewhere the morning sun is rising on another honest day's work.
Have you ever stared at an old photograph, trying to bring back the echoes of the past? There's one above the fireplace at home that never lets me feel alone. It shows us standing in a field of gold before our hair turned gray and our hands grew old. The summer sun was shining bright that day, and somehow it never fades away. A single picture can hold so much of the people and places we once loved. That photograph above the fireplace still brings a smile to my face. Though the years have come and gone, the memory lives on. I remember the truck parked by the barn, and the way you held my arm. The harvest field stretched beyond the hill, frozen forever, standing still. Sometimes on quiet evenings after dark, I sit and let those memories spark, like embers glowing softly in the night, keeping yesterday alive. The older that I grow, the more I see how precious simple things can be. That photograph above the fireplace still brings a smile to my face. Though the years have come and gone, the memory lives on. Maybe that's why we save these little frames, to protect the stories and the names of the people who helped shape our lives long after time rolls by. That photograph above the fireplace still hangs where it's always been, like a window to another world. I can visit now and then. That photograph above the fireplace still warms my soul somehow, and every time I look at it, they're all together now, and the firelight still dances across that picture frame. Have you ever noticed how an old clock can remember love? The porch clock stopped at 6 one evening beneath the pines above. It happened when you waved goodbye to hide. The hand stood still that summer day, but my heart kept losing time. Your roses climbed the porch rail, just like every spring before. The screen door sang its lonely tune with every breeze once more. The swing kept moving all alone beneath the evening sky, like it still believed you'd walk back home before the fireflies. Some moments never leave this world, they simply settle deep inside the quiet corners where old promises still sleep. The porch clock stopped at 6, but my heart never moved on. Every sunset brings me back to the place where you were gone. The neighbors still drive slowly by and wave along the lane. They speak your name with gentle smiles whenever it might rain. Miss Evelyn brings peach pies every harvest time. She says love never really leaves, it only changes sides. Your garden blooms without your hands, the daisies know their place. The hummingbirds still find the porch as if they know your face. I sit beside the cedar rail where we watch children play, listening for your laughter at the close of every day. The years can weather fences and fade an old front door, but faithful hearts keep opening like they always did before. The porch clock stopped at 6, but my heart never moved on. Every sunset brings me back to the place where you were gone. Yesterday our granddaughter asked why I smiled at empty air. I told her love keeps visiting, though no one sees it there. She slipped her little hand in mine and softly looked above. Grandma must still like this porch because it feels so full of love. The evening breeze grew warmer than any I'd known before, and for a little while I wasn't lonely anymore. The porch clock stopped at 6, yet love keeps counting still. Every beat inside my heart always says you will. When tomorrow's sun Can you see that old front porch? One light shining through the dark. Mama humming soft and low. That's the place I'll always know. Every road I've wandered through always brings my heart to you. Back where the fire still glows, back where everybody knows love grows strong and hearts stay true. Home is waiting there for you. Old wood floors and rocking chairs, autumn dancing in the air, coffee brewing every dawn. Somehow nothing there was wrong. Time may steal the passing years, but it can't erase these tears. Back where the fire still glows, back where everybody knows love grows strong and hearts stay true. Home is waiting there for you. If these hands grow old someday, my heart will never lose its way. There's a light beyond the pines calling me for one more time. Back where the fire still glows, back where everybody knows love grows strong and hearts stay true. Home is waiting there for you. Back where the fire still glows. Have you watched the morning rise? Blue skies painted in your eyes. Down the road where wildflowers grow, there's a place I still call home. Old barn doors, creek runs clear. Feels like you are still here. Every breeze, soft and slow, tells my heart where to go. Blue skies over Hickory Hill, love stands quiet, waiting still. Hold my hand one more day. Don't let time just like every early spring. Golden fields beneath the sun, like the years were only one. Country wind, tall oak trees, carry back your memory. Every star, every star, every light leads me home every night. Blue skies over Hickory Hill, love stands quiet, waiting still. Hold my hand, one more day. Don't let time wash away. If tomorrow never comes home, meet me where the river runs. Underneath that old sky, love will never say goodbye. Blue skies over Hickory Hill, hearts grow older, love stands still. Side by side, come what may, blue skies never fade away. The morning still remembers us.
Why is that old jacket still hanging there? It hasn't moved in 20 winters, still beside the barn door wall. Dust has settled on the shoulders, but I remember it all. Some things never leave us, even when they're gone. That old jacket on the nail still keeps the morning cold away. I see your smile every time I walk this barn each day. Your gloves are in the pocket, a folded note inside. Don't work too hard, it simply says, signed with quiet pride. Love doesn't disappear, it just learns to wait. That old jacket on the nail still belongs where it has been. Every morning when I see it, I feel you here again. I never took it down. and a summer wind still carries someone's voice. We'd sit out on the porch swing, watching daylight fade away, counting stars above Pine Hollow, ending every summer day. Every breeze brings back another piece of you. The summer wind through Pine Hollow whispers softly through the trees. Every song we ever dreamed of still comes drifting on the breeze. Children grew and seasons changed. The old porch shows its age, but every July evening turns another memory's page. Love don't need forever, just one place to stay. The summer wind through Pine Hollow always finds its way back home. As long as those pines keep swaying, I'll never be alone. The wind still knows our names. Who left those Sunday shoes waiting by the porch? Mama brushed the dust away before the church bells rang. Daddy hummed a gospel tune the whole way into town. After lunch, we'd rock outside till the daylight settled down. Back when every Sunday felt like it could never end. Those Sunday shoes on the porch still walk through my mind. Every step reminds me of a sweeter, slower time. Now the porch is old and still, the paint has washed away, but I can hear our laughter every time I pass that place. Love was never something bought, it lived from day to day. Home is more than where you live, it's who you leave behind. Those Sunday shoes on the porch still walk through my mind. Every step reminds me of a sweeter, slower time. If I could borrow one more day I'd sit beside the ones I love until the sun went down. Those Sunday shoes on the porch are waiting there somehow, and every road I travel leads me back there now. Some roads always remember your footsteps.
Have you seen that yellow dog lying by the old front gate, waiting through the afternoon like he's got all day to wait? The wind blows soft, the shadows crawl, and he never moves at all. That yellow dog by the gate still watches down the road. That yellow dog by the gate, waiting for his old friend home. Every evening after supper, he'd lift his head and look around, listening for familiar footsteps or a pickup coming down. Some hearts stay true through joy and pain, through sunshine and rain. That yellow dog by the gate still watches down the road. That yellow dog by the gate, waiting for his old friend home. If loyalty had a face, I'd find it in that place. That yellow dog by the gate still teaches me somehow. That yellow dog by the gate, and I can see him now. Some friends never really leave. Have you ever found a letter years too late, folded in a drawer where old memories wait? I found yours one rainy Sunday afternoon, while the wind sang softly through the month of June. The paper smelled of cedar and old time. Your handwriting still danced between the lines. You wrote about the future we would share, back when forever felt like it was there. I read each word like a photograph, trying to hold on to what we had. Those letters in the kitchen drawer still bring you back once more. Though the years have come and gone, your voice lives on and on. Outside the window, autumn leaves were falling down like little pieces drifting all around. The old clock ticked above the kitchen sink, giving me too much time to stop and think. I remembered county fairs and summer nights, driving dusty roads beneath the porch light. The way you'd laugh when I would miss a line, and tell me everything would work out fine. The seasons change and people move along, but some old memories stay strong. Those letters in the kitchen drawer still bring you back once more. Though the years have come and gone, your voice lives on and on. Maybe love was never meant to stay. Maybe that's what makes it worth the pain. Some hearts leave long before goodbye, but never truly leave our lives. Those letters in the kitchen drawer still bring you back once more. Though the years have come and gone, your voice lives on and on. Those letters in the kitchen drawer will stay there evermore, like an old country melody you left behind for me. And tonight I'll leave that drawer unopened once again. Do you remember the house that always smelled like Sunday? Long before the church bells echoed, smoke would climb the morning sky. Mama humming in the kitchen, pie cooling by and by. Every road led back to that little home. The Sunday smoke from the chimney rose like a sweet old prayer. If love had ever found a picture, it would have started there. The fields have all grown quiet. New folks own the land. Still I slow my old truck down and wave with my hand. Some places leave your footsteps long after you're gone. The Sunday smoke from the chimney still rises in my mind. The house is gone forever, but home I always find in the scent of Sunday morning. And a quiet morning still bring you home. Coffee was hot, the curtains swayed. Sunlight filled the little room where our memories stayed. Simple days, simple dreams, nothing's ever what it seems. A window full of Sunday morning, soft as an old country song. Every little ray of sunshine tells me where I belong. Front porch smile, the birds all sang. Your sweet laughter filled the air like it never changed. Though time moves on, love remains, living softly through the years. A window full of Sunday morning, soft as an old country song. Every little ray of sunshine tells me where I belong. I don't need another town. Everything I miss was right here all along. The window full of Sunday morning still warms this heart of mine. Some memories never fade, they only learn to shine. The sun comes up just like before. Have you ever missed a place more than a person? We were young on Friday nights, parked beneath those stars, sharing dreams and cheap guitars. leaning on old cars, summer breeze and baseball games, fireflies around. Every promise that we made still lives in that town. Years can change the highway, not the heart inside. Meet me beneath the old water tower, where love still keeps the time. Some dreams fade away, yours never left mine. Beneath the old water tower, now the kids are all grown up. The streets don't look the same, but I still smiled every time someone says your name. That old water tower stands, watching seasons roll, like an old friend waiting there to welcome wandering souls. Some things never leave us, though they're far behind. Meet me beneath the old water tower, where love still keeps the time. Some dreams fade away, yours never left mine. Beneath the old water tower. If these roads could speak, they'd tell our story well, about two hearts that found forever in a quiet little town. Meet me beneath the old water tower, one more summer night. If love remembers anywhere, it remembers there. Beneath the old water tower, that's where my heart still waits. Have you ever left a town while your heart chose to stay behind? I packed my boots one April dawn as robins fill the sky. Mama waited beside the gate, trying hard not to cry. Daddy simply tipped his hat and looked across the fields. Some goodbyes don't need a word, tell you how they feel. Every highway promised something bright and new, but none of them could ever shine like home and loving you. My heart stayed in Tucker County, where the wheat meets summer skies, where every porch knows my first name, and every sunset never lies. Though my boots kept walking on, my soul never found another ground. My heart stayed in Tucker County long after I left town. I found 100 busy streets with lights that never slept, but no one knew the stories that our little hometown kept. No diner brewed that morning cup quite like old Miss Jean. No church choir ever sounded like those Sunday harmonies. Sometimes success is lonely when home is far away. A man's richest treasure is where his memories stay. My heart stayed in Tucker County, where the wheat meets summer skies, where every porch knows my first name, and every sunset never lies. Though my boots kept walking on, my soul never found another ground. My heart stayed in Tucker County long after I left town. One day these tired old highways will finally set me free, back to that white farmhouse waiting patiently for me. I'll sit beneath the old pecan as evening settles down, and thank the Lord my heart never left that town. My heart stayed in Tucker County, where tomorrow looks like yesterday, where children laugh through open fields and worries drift away. If heaven feels like anywhere, I already know the sound. My heart stayed in Tucker County, and someday I'll be homeward bound. Some folks chase the world, I only chased my way back home. Have you seen that old house
since lately. Out beyond the cotton fields, the screen door leans, the grass grows high, but it still feels real. Time moved on, but not completely. There's still a key above the door, right where we left it years before. Like somebody's coming home, like nobody ever left. There's still a key above the door. Mama laughed in that kitchen, Daddy sang on Friday nights. The old dog slept by the fireplace while the rain rolled by. Some things fade, some things wait. There's still a key above the door, right where we left it years before. Like somebody's coming home, like nobody ever left. There's still a key above the door. I stood there in the evening with the sunset on the land. For a moment I could almost hear those voices again. There's still a key above the door, holding on through every storm. Like a promise from the past that refuses to be gone. There's still a key above the door, and I left it where I found it. Who would have guessed one biscuit could bring back a lifetime? Mama baked before the sunrise, coffee warming on the flame. She always saved the last one, calling softly out my name. Years may pass like autumn leaves, but kindness always stays. The last biscuit on the stove tasted just like coming home. Love was waiting in that kitchen, never letting me feel alone. Now my grandchildren gather around that same old place. I smile when I leave one waiting, just to see their happy face.
Every bite becomes a memory. Time can never erase. Home still smells the same.